Yo, what's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing back at it with another morning live stream with goody boxing heads and fight fans around the world. So Andy Ruiz is demanding $50 million if the man Anthony Joshua wants the Andy Ruiz rematch in the United Kingdom. All I have to say is to AJ, you want your belts back, pay that man. Pay that man what he wants, you know what I mean? You know, 50 million, that's what AJ had initially asked for when he was time to fight Deontay Wilder. Then 50 million was brought to the table. And I guess they didn't want to fight, you know what I'm saying? Now some will say, oh, it was offered by Frank Warren, whatnot. To me, what does it matter? It was a fight that the whole world wanted to see. If it ain't on Sky, I don't care. The fight could be on the Disney Channel, BT Sports, C-SPAN, CNN, TBS, ITV. I don't care. The point is that we wanted to see the fight, you know what I'm saying? And 50 million was the right direction in order for us to see the fight. I mean, not Deontay Wilder's not the one who brought that up. It's Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? So this guy Andy Ruiz is asking for $50 million, and I guarantee if they show him $50 million, this guy will not renege and he'll not be trying to take a step backwards and trying to you know not claim the money he asked for. You know what I mean? I mean Anthony Joshua paid Curtis Martin or what's his name Charles Martin paid Charles Martin $5 million to come to USA, and they bought that belt off of him. You know what I mean? That man came to lay down. You know what I'm saying? That man came to lay down. Out of every Anthony Joshua opponent, he was the least hurt who been put on the canvas. You know what I'm saying? That man just came, collected a paycheck with his tight ass shorts, came back to the USA and started acting a damn fool. You know what I mean? But I think Andy Ruiz deserves $50 million, man. You know what I'm saying? He took everything Anthony Joshua has worked for ever since he was 16 and 0 to become a world champion. He snatched that right from under him, stripped him buck ass naked for his title, snatched the carpet from right under his feet, and pulled the biggest upset of the year. You know what I'm saying? Now, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. Look, if you want your titles back, you guys making a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the man Anthony Joshua has probably amassed close to $100 million in his career ever since he fought Vitaly Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko. You know what I mean? So these guys can find it within them to find $50 million to pay that man. If AJ got to take a pay cut, if he's gonna make 25 million like he did the last time, so be it. He ain't the champion. He can't call the shots. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure this is um a negotiation tactic that was advised to the man Andy Ruiz by the one Al Heyman, his manager and advisor. You know what I'm saying? You know, ask for 50 million if these motherfuckers want you to come over there to the United Kingdom. You know what I mean? And I think it's only fair. You know, what's the point of Look, if Anthony Joshua said it's okay. He suffered through worse shit than this. I can't tell. Well, at least, hey, maybe he's taking it with stride, you know what I mean? But his fans, man, his fans still butthurt, you know what I mean? His fans out here trying to deflect on the man Anthony Joshua shit in the bed on that Saturday night, June 1st, 2019. And now they're trying to make it out like Wilder's the one who lost because he lost their money. I don't give a fuck about Wilder's money. Are you high? Are you mad? I don't give a fuck about the man. The motherfucker's a millionaire. So what? Because Anthony Joshua lost, Wilder lost? That's not how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like Anthony Joshua was the only one who couldn't maintain his O in order for us to see this fight later on down the line. That's how I look at it. But you guys, they trying to deflect and make it look like it's Deontay Wilder's fault. Man, that's what we're not going to do. That's why my post-fight review, when people came talking about Wilder, I said that's what we're not going to do tonight. Not tonight on June 1st. That was the man Andy Ruiz night. You know what I'm saying? The man made history. The man will forever go down in folklore. He'll go down in history for life, forever, as being the first Mexican fighter or fighter of Mexican heritage to win a heavyweight world title. You know what I'm saying? 4, 500, 600, 5 million years from today, when people are looking at boxing history, Andy Ruiz's name will remain in infamy. You know what I mean? And it was all courtesy of the man Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? He's one of many Brits who've come over to the USA in the last 6 months, come over here and shit the bed, laid the fuck down, face down, ass up on the canvas or on their back on their canvas. Look at Anthony Crolla, you know what I'm saying? Got pummeled. The man Anthony Crolla made Lomachenko look like Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? He made him look like Mike Tyson, man, the way he beat the shit out of him, you know what I mean? Look at Rocky Felder when he came to fight Cannoli. That man came to lay down, took a couple body shots, looked at his corner and said, yeah, it's about that time, right? They nodded his head, yeah. Just take your 10 count on your knee. And that's exactly what he did. I forgot what other Brit. Oh, Amir Khan. Amir Khan came over here and quit. You know what I'm saying? Man got hit in the thigh, talking about got hit in the Bozak. You know what I'm saying? He took the money and ran. You know? He said, hey, man, I've been knocked out too many times. That's what I'm not going to let happen tonight. If I can do anything in my career from this point on, if I have to quit, that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to be under that turnbuckle like how Breeders' Prescott had him. You know what I mean? That's how Amir Khan is basically reevaluating his career at this point of his this stage of his career, where he wants to be. Does he want to be standing on his feet? Does he want to get put to sleep comatose like how Canelo had him? Does he want to be put under the turnbuckle looking like David Price, drooling? Instead of spit coming out of his mouth, it's probably blood coming out of his mouth or his nose. You know what I mean? He don't want to be in them positions. So Anthony Joshua, you could throw him in there with the categories of Rocky Feldon, Amir Khan, Anthony Crolla, all matchroom guys. All matchroom guys, man. Let's see. Triple G's fighting this weekend. Motherfuckers be talking about the zone. If you look at that garbage ass card, that Triple G's gonna be headlining versus Steve Rhodes. Shh. I might as well do something better with my Saturday night. You know what I mean? I might as well do something better. You know. But one thing I'm not gonna do is pay for the zone when they got such type of cards. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua, pay that man Andy Ruiz $50 million, man. Man was on Jimmy Kimmel. Look, man, Buster Douglas, when he fought Mike Tyson, made like what, $1.2 million? Mike Tyson cleared $6 million at the Tokyo Dome in Japan in February of 1990. 1990. We're in 2019 now, ladies and gents. What's that? 29 years ago? 29. Jesus Christ, 29 years ago. That shit feel like it was just the other day. Buster Douglas got 1.2 million, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? He became heavyweight champion. He faced the man Evander Holyfield. How much you think he made in this rematch? That man cleared 25 million. 20 to 25 million as a champion, you know what I'm saying? You check it now with inflation, 1990. I mean, the man went from 100 million, you know what I'm saying? 1 million to 20 million. You know what I mean? 1 million to 20 million. So why shouldn't Andy Ruiz get the 50 million he's asking for? You know what I'm saying? That's about the same kind of percentages right there. You know what I mean? Really and truly. We could do some math. You know what I'm saying? What the man Andy Ruiz made this time? He made like, I think, $7 million. $7 million. So he's asking for now $50 million. You know what I'm saying? Man, pay that man. That's what these guys need to do. You know what I mean? If they want to get their belts back and want to have the fight back in the United Kingdom, a comfort zone. I thought the whole purpose was of Anthony Joshua coming to USA, according to Eddie Hearn, was to conquer the United States, conquer the USA market and the USA territory for boxing. Well, that's exactly what did not happen on this last weekend. You know, what I mean, Anthony Joshua came to the United States, big bright lights of Gotham City, New York City, Manhattan, Madison Square Garden. The man came and wet the bed. You know what I'm saying? In the Mecca of boxing. You know what I mean? It must be real embarrassing. You know, he's taking it with stride. You know what I mean? But his fans are not. His fans are trying to make all kind of excuses that the man got knocked out in sparring or he wasn't right. Some girl came on my comment section. You could tell she's a fan girl. I ain't never seen this girl ever in my life in my comment section. And boy, this girl was writing me paragraphs. I was like, man, save the drama for your mama. Ain't no heavyweight champion of the world, the baddest man on the planet, supposed to be getting punched up by Joey Dweco in sparring, man. That shit don't make no sense, man. Doesn't make no sense. You can't be walking around the planet Earth calling yourself the baddest man on the planet, getting punched up in sparring by Joey Dweco. Nobody even asked Andy Ruiz or knows what happened with Andy Ruiz in his training camp. You know what I mean? He might have been put to sleep too. We don't know. At the end of the day, that's not Andy Ruiz's problem. That's actually no excuse. I don't want no fan to even talk that nut ass shit because Anthony Joshua said no excuses. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He has no excuses, and I commend him for that because his fans they should actually take a page from what Anthony Joshua is saying out of his mouth. No excuses. So shut that shit up. Cut that shit out talking about any excuses and stop trying to deflect and make it look like Wilder's the one who lost. And now people questioning Wilder's morale and integrity. Like, who gives a fuck, man? I watch boxing, man. People have questioned Floyd Mayweather's integrity and his morale and just his humanity, him being, not being such a self-centered, egotistical maniac. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about none of that, man. I just care about in the ring. At the end of the day, Floyd don't care about none of that either. You know what I'm saying? So I hate to hear the excuses people make, man. It's disgusting. And you know what? Another thing I had to address was oh shit, we got people in the chat. What's good, Finks? What's happening, Finks? He says, what's Gucci? What's good with you, Finks? Finks says, Judah versus Selden. Who you got, man? I got Zab Super Judah, man. He's going to rewind the clock. You know what I'm saying? He's going to treat him like he did Teron Millette. You know what I'm saying? He's going to beat the shit out of that the Hebrew hammer. You know what I mean? Real talk, man. Finks Autoboxer says, the unwritten rule, you keep your oh, and I'll keep mine. Exactly. Dan the man says, in fairness to AJ, I don't think there's enough money in the fight to ask for that much. Maybe Andy is just trying to negotiate a better deal. Hey, that's how you got to do. Dan the man, you got to start high. You know what I'm saying? And then work your way down. I do negotiations all day, every day. You know what I mean? And you start high or you start low, whichever it is, so you can find a medium to meet in the middle and find a price or, you know, find something that's comfortable for both parties. You know what I mean? Thinks Out of Boxing says, I'll get a year subscription of DAZN. Brings up the World Boxing Super Series at 175. Yeah, hopefully. I've been hearing, I've read articles talking about Kovalev has mentioned something about a tournament, you know what I mean, that would include every champion in the 175 division. So that'll be great. Christian Lewis, the art, formerly known as Tomcat. What's happening? Christian Lewis, the artist, formerly known as Tomcat. He says, "What's going on, B. Marsh? They tried to Al Heyman out. Now Al Heyman has all the cards in the heavyweight division. How the tables have turned, just like that. That the tables have turned. I'm saying the man Al Heyman's like Don King now, back in the '90s. You know what I mean? Or the '80s. You know what I'm saying? I think Don King. Yeah, Don King had he had a little drought in the '90s. There was a time when people like Lennox Lewis, he was of course with Frank Maloney and them. He was a champion. You had Riddick Bowe, who was managed by the man Rock Newman, and then you had Evander Holyfield, who was with the Duvas with the main event. There was a point in time he had a little drought where he didn't have no heavyweight champions. You know what I'm saying? Then he got that Oliver McCall upset. knocking out Lennox Lewis in the first fight. I think that fight was in 1994, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1994. Because Frank Bruno versus Lennox Lewis, I believe, I remember was in 1993 in Cardiff. So yeah, man, that's when he got back in the picture. Don King, when he got Oliver McCall as a heavyweight champion, I think he had one title defense. He beat Larry Holmes and he lost to Frank Bruno. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically how Al Heyman is right now. He's actually controlling the heavyweight division. Got two champions. He can make an undisputed fight. But first, let's see this rematch. You know what I mean? Usually I like rematches, but I only, and listen to me carefully, I only prefer to see immediate rematches in close fights. There ain't nobody on planet Earth who could tell me that fight between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz was close. Really and truly, if it was anybody else, that type of fight does not warrant a rematch. Anthony Joshua got his ass handed to him, you know what I'm saying? Mexican style. I'm saying got his ass handed to him on a Mexican platter of all kind of Mexican food, you know what I'm saying? That man Anthony Joshua was food for the man Andy Ruiz, you know what I mean? A lot of people, even I see Amir Khan talking about that the fight that it's a big mistake for the man Anthony Joshua to go into this rematch immediately. Hey man, if it's a big mistake, we'll see come November, December. You know what I'm saying? But Anthony Joshua has no choice. He has to jump when Eddie Hearn says jump. You know what I'm saying? Ideally, the man probably should take maybe a year off, maybe come back next year. But hey, if they're confident enough they can get the titles back, Eddie Hearn has made the immediate rematch, So we shall see, man. But Dan the man says that there might not be enough money, but like you said, negotiation tactics. Start high, work your way down. Maybe it might come down to 25 million. That'll be good money for the man Andy Ruiz. He made 7 million in his last fight. His prior highest purse before that was when he fought the man Joseph Parker in New Zealand for $1 million. You know what I mean? Okay, where we at in the chat? Finks Art of Boxer says it'll be interesting seeing this rematch clause exercise. Yes, indeed. SS says, imagine this: AJ made 20 mil for that fight, 20 million pounds. Pro prize fighters make so much money and can then reinvest that money into themselves to improve their technique. There are zero excuses. It's war. I agree with you 100%, especially if a guy's making 20 million pounds per fight. You know what I mean? Unrivaled Boxing Talk. What's good, McGregor? Says, what's poppin', B. Marsh? What's happening with you, man? How you feeling? McGregor. Finks Auto Boxer says, Kovalev vs. Yard emergency bid is due next week. Maybe they'll break news of the tournament. We'll see, man, but I'm not going to make no videos on that shit, man, till I see that motherfucker Anthony Yard and Kovalev in the ring, man. And I'm saying I was making videos when about the purse bids and when the fight was supposed to be made and all that, but then now there's something going on, and I like talking about stuff that's about to happen. Fights that happened already, fights that we know is about to happen, and I don't like talking about what so-and-so said, Eddie Hearn said, or potential fights that might never even materialize, you know what I mean? So we'll see, man. But I read them articles, no question about it. When I wake up in the morning, that's the first thing I do. I read boxing articles. You know what I'm saying? I read my boxing articles right quick, then I get ready for work, you know what I mean? Get ready to get it in. You check it. It's Friday today. Hopefully it'll be a good Friday. It started off real good. I already made some money at like 9:30 in the morning. So we shall see, man. Hopefully it'll be a good weekend too, you know what I mean? And definitely know it ain't gonna be a good weekend of boxing. But Andy Ruiz, man, shocked the world. 50 million. Hey man, Eddie Hearn and them, they got that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? They got that kind of money. They be having 90,000 people up there in Wembley Stadium. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those people, that's a lot of money they can make. They might have to up the price tickets. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this was what I was saying. Another thing I don't like is I had to address it, man. This is for all the grown ass men on YouTube who have YouTube channels. You got to start quoting your source. You got to start putting out proof before you start lying on these promoters. And it goes for both sides. The Wilder haters, the channels that be banging and hating on Wilder all day, every day, who said that Wilder only sold 6,000 tickets at the Barclays Center when he fought Brazil. Quote your source, show the proof, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, shut the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Stop that lying bullshit, man. How you a grown man just trying to lie to try and make your to try and make yourself feel nice, cushy, and warm inside, you know what I'm saying? Because to say that the man Wilder sold 6 million and all the Anthony Joshua haters, shut that stupid shit up too. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have proof facts that Eddie Hearn and then bought 13,000 seats in the MSG in the UK and then sold them tickets to you know what I'm saying? Like the third party websites, you know what I mean? That up the price, selling for like 2, 3 times more than what they were really valued. Unless you can really prove that. That's 13,000 seats. Unless you can really prove that. Stop it, man. You guys are fucking pathetic. It's pathetic, man. At the end of the day, it's just boxing. Ain't none of y'all motherfuckers getting a cut out of Wilder's purse, AJ's purse, or Andy Ruiz. Please. Stop that shit, man. How you gonna be lying on somebody else for stuff that ain't even true just to make yourself feel better? Just to say, oh, Anthony Joshua failed. He brought 13,000 people and that's how they got to have 13,000 seats. Come on, man. If you ain't got no proof, man, you gotta really look yourself in the mirror, man, and really reevaluate your life. Really and truly. See your life. Look at your life. And even them people be hating on Wilder. Be talking about Wilder's the one who lost. Shut the fuck up. Wilder's stupid rich. Anthony Joshua's stupid rich. You're not. You know what I'm saying? So stop worrying about Wilder losing the money. Why the fuck you not worried about Anthony Joshua getting beat up silly around the ring? I know it worries you. You're just trying to deflect. Reverse psychology. It ain't gonna work here, man. You know what I mean? Pathetic, man. Unrivaled Boxing Talk says, I'm praying for a World Boxing Super Series light heavyweight tournament. Yeah, that'd be great, especially because in the article I read, all champions from Bivol, Vazik, what's the other guy? Better Beef, and there's one more guy. Who's the other guy I'm forgetting? WBO, Sergey Kovalev. If all four of them participate, it's going to be awesome, you know what I mean? Please, matter of fact, let me know in the comment section who you think is the best light heavyweight, number one. Who would you rate the number one light heavyweight on the planet? Just leave that in the comment section one time while I read this chat. Run Rival says, true talk, B. Marsh. Yes, indeed. Finks Art of Boxing says, respect, B. Marsh. Thanks for commenting. Facts, B. Marsh says, your boy, oh, give thanks, man. You know, it's just, it's sad to see people actually trying to make up lies, you know what I'm saying, just to satisfy their fan base. Because there's a lot of sheep out here, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people who come to YouTube boxing for the drama, for the back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Here's another thing too. Another thing, you know what I'm saying? People need to leave them LDBC fellas the fuck alone. Leave them fellas alone. Never ceases to amaze me how people come and make videos and they always talking about them LDBC fellas, man. Dogs, if you don't like their commentary, if you don't like their videos, just don't watch it. I don't watch Fox News. I don't like Fox News commentary. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the fuck they talk about there no more because these people are biased and they have an agenda. So I don't watch their channel, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I don't watch a LDBC channel. That's not my point. I'm just talking about those people who are using the LDBC as a platform to make videos, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people. I've even seen there's a channel, somebody calls somebody the LDBC Slayer or something. Like these people are obsessed, you know what I'm saying? Actually when you keep talking about these guys and keep talking about, oh, they're bad for boxing, it's a cult, this, that. What do you, why does it bother you? You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what they're saying, just don't listen to them, you know what I mean? You check it because you know your truth of boxing, you know what I'm saying? If the facts are there, you know what I'm saying? So there's no need to use these people name just to build your channel or clout chasing, man. That shit is pathetic too. That's what a lot of people out here be doing, you know what I'm saying? You check it, you know what I mean? Them fellas, actually when you keep hating on them fellas, these guys are actually doing what they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You check when you're actually concerned about what they talking about, you know what I mean? So that's just something I had to address right there, right quick, you know what I'm saying? Mm. Your boy O says you're promoting them when all you talk about is them. Exactly. And a lot of people, they do talk about them just trying to retaliate. You know what I'm saying? They might be because, LDBC fellas is pro Wilder fellas. So the other people are trying to be pro AJ and they trying to use the same tactics. You know what I'm saying? The same tactics. If fellas be dissing, dissing Wilder, um, if fellas dissing Wilder, then these fellas going diss AJ on the other side. It's just corny, you know what I'm saying? It's corny because at the end of the day, we're grown ass men over here, you know what I mean? And we all prefer who we prefer, but at the end of the day, when fellas lose, you're gonna be out here looking fucking stupid. You're gonna be out here looking like you want to hang yourself, you know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? You might have to shut down your channel, man, because it's embarrassing going to bat for a motherfucker who took a loss, like Anthony Joshua, you know what I mean? I like Deontay Wilder. I root for Deontay Wilder. If he gets knocked out, if he loses, so be it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lose no sleep. It's heavyweight boxing, you know what I mean? I seen some of my favorite fighters take losses. I seen Pernell Whitaker take a loss to Oscar De La Hoya. I fight that till this day. I always know Pernell Whitaker won that fight. Then he fought Felix Trinidad and he lost that fight. I was devastated, but I've seen some of my favorite fighters take losses, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I won't lose no sleep about it. But some channels, their whole channels is based around banging on Wilder or banging on AJ. And that shit is lame, you know what I mean? But fellas in the chat, y'all never gave me who said you never told me who you think's gonna win that division. That or who's the best at the at 175. I personally think I gotta go with Vazik. Vazik faced that Dudu Gumbu guy. That was a weak fight. He ain't even look good in that fight, and the Dudu Gumbu's leg gave out on him. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I feel like he is the number one fighter. He's a lineage champion. You know what I'm saying? He has the WBC belt and the lineal title. He beat Adonis Stevenson, who I considered number one. So he is. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean he can't be beat by nobody else. But I do think that the man Sergey I mean Bozic is the number one light heavyweight on the planet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't looked at the rankings to see where he's ranked at. You know what I'm saying? But guys like Better Beef and Bivol and who's the other champion? Better Beef, Bivol. Kovalev. Kovalev's the most proven, you know what I mean? But Kovalev's up and down, you know what I'm saying? Takes a loss, fights a couple bums, takes a loss against a good fighter, then he'll come back. But he's been the most out of every champion who we have at light heavyweight. Um, he definitely is the most experienced. You know what I'm saying? He's a multiple time light heavyweight champion. Um, what's good, man? Boxing Biker says, "What's happening?" He says to "What's up?" The B Marsh in the chat. What's good, man? Insane Fighter says, "Yeah, it's that Russian dude." I think Vosdik is from the Ukraine. The Russians are Bivol and Beterbiev and Kovalev. So three Russian light heavyweight champions. Finks out of boxing says, haha, got Vosdik too. Yeah. Finks out of boxing says that tournament is impossible to call. Finks out of boxing says Beterbiev can knock out a heavyweight, I bet. Your boy O says I have Kovalev. I ain't mad at that. Your boy O, he's definitely the most proven, the most accomplished, has the most He's a numerous world title holder at light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? But the way Vazic, Vazic, he took out one of my favorite fighters, Adonis Stevenson. The way he did it, them combinations he put on my man in what was it, round 11, and a great fight, a very great fight, man, a very good, competitive, high-paced fight. That fight right there, when I watched that shit on December 1st, an hour before the Wilder Tyson Fury card started, man. I just was there mesmerized by what I had just seen. I was definitely disappointed my man Adonis Stevenson lost, but that fight was vicious. Adonis Stevenson got put down in round two. The ref ain't count the knockdown. He gets off the canvas. They boxing, high-paced fight. Adonis Stevenson's 40. He's throwing hands quicker and faster, and it's a high-paced fight than I've probably ever seen Adonis Stevenson fight. And the pace was real quick, you know what I mean? He puts the man Vosdick damn near through the ropes. Ref doesn't count it in round 10, you know what I'm saying? And the ropes hold him up. Should have been counted as a knockdown. I didn't cry over spilt milk because I seen Adonis get put on the canvas in round two and the ref ain't counted. Even, even Steven, you know what I mean? Round 11, the combinations, and that was it, man. That was Stevenson's career in a nutshell. That was it. You know what I'm saying? So, Main Boxing Biker says Vazic is a good combo puncher and he shows heart and a good chin. He ended Stevenson's career. God bless Stevenson. Yeah, man. God bless Stevenson. Stevenson gave me a lot of excitement before he was a champion, after he was a champion, his whole career. And I don't take that for granted, you know what I mean? If you know B Marsh Boxing, some of my favorite fighters, I'm a guy, I love southpaws. I like southpaws for some reason, but not any and every southpaw, like Javante Davis or Andrade. Nah, I like legit southpaws. Fellas who will crack your skull. Fellas like Rigondeaux, Pacquiao, Adonis Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? I like Marvin Hagler, Pernell Whitaker. You know what I'm saying? I like these type of fighters. It's just something about that southpaw stance. A southpaw is a sucker to a straight right hand. But I like how guys like Manny Pacquiao, I like how the head movement, bob and weave, ha, 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 bob and weave, feint to the right, boom, with the jab, or feint to the right with the head movement, and then that left hand just comes straight down the pike. It's a thing of beauty, and most right-handed fighters, unless your name is Floyd Mayweather, they can't get out that way of that left-handed punch too. Who was it? Yeah, look at Vladimir Klitschko versus Corey Saunders. I think that was Vladimir Klitschko's second loss of his career. Massive upset, one of the biggest upsets too. This fucking guy Vladimir Klitschko couldn't see that left hand. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't see it. Corey Saunders was just staying on the outside. You know what I mean? Circling to his right, keeping his lead foot on the outside, and he'd feint and he'd just drop that left hand. The guy Klitschko didn't see him coming. And the first punch, the first left that cut him flush square in the middle of his face. The man looked like he had got shot, like he was dead on the canvas. His one leg is laid out like how Canelo had Kirkland's leg. You know what I'm saying? Then his head is facing east. His head facing east, his leg facing north. It was just a crucial knockdown, and then he got up, more lefts to the face. He gets up more. So I just do love the southpaw stance. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Fitz Autoboxer said, "Damn man, thanks for that recap. I want to watch that fight again one day." Which fight, Finks Autoboxing? Which one? Main Boxing Biker says, "LOL, Pacquiao cracked many of skulls." LOL, yeah he did, man. One of my favorite Pacquiao fights, which was war. The first three, four rounds was war. Was with him versus Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto, yeah, he was at a catchweight, I think, at 145. Um, Miguel Cotto was a much bigger fighter, still even with that catchweight. And the way Manny Pacquiao was putting them left hands on the man, I couldn't believe it. I did think he would beat him. I think, it would have been a tough fight, but just the way that left hand lands so precisely, and everybody knows, and at them times they were saying, just like Adonis Stevenson, they say he's a one-handed fighter. And get the fuck away from that left hand. It's easier said than done, you know what I mean? Oh, Finks out of boxes says Stevenson Grosdick. Yeah, watch that again, man. Watch that again. Just go watch it how both guys slipping punches, turning each other. You know what I'm saying? Banging, throwing hands. You know what I'm saying? A high, very fast-paced fight. And Donna Stevenson just ain't make it to the 12th round. And I believe if it made it to the 12th round, it would have probably been a draw or Stevenson on point by 1 or 2 points. It was in Canada, you know what I mean? So he probably would have got the benefit of the doubt. But I did have him up by 1 point. You know what I'm saying? Going into the 11th round, you know what I mean? I had him up 1 point. Main Boxing Biker says, I had a left-handed homeboy that I used to play basketball with. His moves were so unpredictable. Oh man, them left, them left-handed players. I can guard a guy left-handed who's more of a perimeter player. You know what I mean? Most left-handed guys, like who are guards or perimeter players who start their offense from outside the three-point line, you make them fellas go right, and you probably definitely taking them out their game. But a guy in the post who's a left-hander, ooh, a guy who's a left-hander who has post work, and you're basically behind him, and you can't see the rock. He's backing you down, and you don't know which. Man, all he gotta do is fake like he's going right, a hard jab step to the right, and then just turn over the shoulder, David Robinson style to the left hand. Like you said, Main Boxing Biker, very unpredictable, and you can't stop it. That's one thing that's a nightmare. Guarding a left-handed guy in the post. You know what I'm saying? You check it. All you gotta do is easier said than done, but they be having them fakes like they going to the right side, and 9 times out of 10, you're more used to guarding guys who are right-handed. So all they do is just got to fake going right and then turn over to their shoulder with the left hand, and they gonna score almost every time. That's a nightmare guy to guard. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, about to seal the deal on this live stream. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, conclusion to this live stream, I think that the man Andy Ruiz is negotiation tactics are right on the money. You know what I'm saying? Ask for that $50 million. You're the champ. You call the shots. Eddie Hearn got to humble himself and bow down to the new unified champion. You know what I'm saying? And if Eddie Hearn and them don't want to pay the man like they paid the man Charles Martin, they kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Come up with that money. You know what I mean? You want your titles back? Then you gotta pay that man Andy Ruiz, you know what I mean? So big ups to everybody. Thanks all the boxing, Main Boxing Biker, your boy O, Insane Fighter. Big ups to McGregor, Unrivaled Boxing Talk. Shout outs to everybody. Christian Lewis, the artist formerly known as Tomcat. Shout outs to all y'all. Thanks for coming through, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next vid, alright? Go on. So Main Boxing Biker says salute, B Marsh and Chad